So, where y'all at? It's Thursday, 7 o'clock. I'm 1 minute late. For those that don't know, I am Tamika Marable King. Thank you for tuning in to Tika Talks. It's what I do. It's what I love to do. So, yesterday, I was having this, what I call an internal fit. You know, sometimes how we, hey somebody, y'all come on here, y'all tell me, hey, what's up? How y'all doing? I was having this little internal fit yesterday though, because sometimes, yeah, I'm human just like everybody else. I have issues sometimes just like everybody else. I face struggles just like everybody else, okay? And despite, what I want things to be, sometimes they're just not what I want them to be. You know what I'm saying? So, hey Miss Sherry, hey Lynn, hey Tiffany. Here I was just, sometimes I let things make me mad and I'll stay mad. So, not for these extended periods of time, but I'm just saying, in my mind, I know better. And I know that I shouldn't be holding on to something when something happens and I get upset. It should just be like, okay, whatever, and move on. I'm not like that. It depends on what it is. So when something makes me angry, usually it's because I feel like I lack control. And so then I'm wanting to be in control, and oh my God, that's just really what it boils down to. Because of my issue, that one thing, trying to be in control. And like I've already said that on videos before now, that God will check me and be like, no, you're not the one in control. So I'm saying, not just to myself, but to someone else who encourage you to allow God to be in control. Just as calmly as I'm sitting here right now, y'all, the Spirit spoken was like, you get quiet when you're upset. I get quiet when I'm upset. So I'm just chilling. I don't say much of anything because I just feel like I'm in control in my mind when I'm quiet. Let me just chill. Well, he was like, it's not the quietness that's the problem. The problem is not speaking to the situation and to the things that are going on that you want to be different. Because it's like, I'm honestly entertain the enemy with whatever it is. When I get peed off, I'm just sitting here thinking all these negative thoughts when I shouldn't be. Like, I know what God is capable of. He has shown me time and time again. Still showing me. Even on today. Even after yesterday, me having an attitude. Today, he showed me something even more. So it's like, I don't understand my own self many, many times. But God is good. And he is changing the way things are going on. So, in my being, because I'm praying and I'm literally fasting, in a way that I know is going to yield results for my spirit man. It's going to yield results for my direction, my guidance, and it's what I need. So, I've opted to do a 90-day fast, and I just know that it's going to work in my favor. Not that, I'm fasting more so for my spirit self than anything else, y'all, because I desire to be that much better than what I have going on. And I know that I'm lacking because it's about me. You get what I'm saying? Like, because I'm trying to be, let me do this, let me try to fix that. I need God to do it. So what God has made me aware of on yesterday, not that I'm not going to say I didn't already know, because y'all know I know. It's just that I get wrapped up in the wrong thing internally, and then it's like, okay, I push the knowledge to the side, and then I'm operating off of emotions, which will get us all screwed up, all messed up, So, like him pointing out, you keep trying to do it yourself. That's the reason why it's not getting done. But if you would believe in me and speak over the situations and the things in which you're having to go on, having going on, I'm going to fix it for you. I'm going to work it out for you. I'm going to be available to you, and I'm going to do it. And so that's been the struggle for me. Just the mere fact that I think if I'm not doing it, then it might not get done correctly. When I'm all wrong, if I keep trying to do it, it's just going to keep being a mess. Things aren't going to come through the way that they should. You know, the things that I need, it's like, I feel like sometimes I'm not getting answered, but he also made me aware sometimes I'm not even listening. I may ask and then I'm not paying attention. How often do we do that? Like, what are we doing? What are we preoccupied doing that we're not listening for the answer that we might have asked or prayed for? Or to even see it. We're blind to it. We don't even see what is going on right before us, you know. So when we're praying and we're strategic about what it is we're asking God to help us with, or that we want to be doing for God, because even that, you know, my prayers aren't always about what God can do for me. You know, sometimes I'm just simply praying about what I need to do, what he desires of me, who to talk to, you know, what to talk about, those things. More so than anything, because I want to be who he wants me to be. And that's the struggle, dying to yourself in order to be fully who God has called you to be. Because, of course, I like me. Now, I haven't always, but today I do like me. I love who I am. And so I just need to know God loves me more. He loves me more. So he has the answers, and all of his answers are correct. And everything that I may be thinking or think should line up or be like this or be like that, it may not be. And I got to stop focusing on what I see and focus on what I cannot see, so I can focus on the bigger picture and trust God for the end result and not worry about what's going on during the process. Just allow him to work and for me to be strengthened and for me to grow, like I say all the time, and to be developed. Because that is a huge process. Okay? And it is painful. It is painful to me. I don't know if other people can if y'all agree, but when I'm trying to change, or when God is changing me because I have surrendered a certain part of whatever it is to him, you know, I realize that that is painful for me. I get ill. Sometimes, I have a bad attitude sometimes, you know, so I'm asking God, turn it off. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So I'm just asking God to move in me, and that I may be able to really surrender to him entirely, and to not put that off, and to not procrastinate, and to not attempt to cling to anything that should not be attached to me. Because sometimes, just out of familiarity, we continue to hang on to stuff, and we continue to do the same things and be in the same places, and think the same thoughts out of habit. And just, I'm done with the old me. And so everything that is associated with who I was, I don't want anymore. I can't afford, you know, it's costing me to be my old self in any way. That costs me. And then it hinders me from moving forward and from growing and from being where I need to be. And I recognize that. So, you know, one thing that I think is really hard is to have to say, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. You know, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, or I'm being stubborn and I'm being rebellious, you know, because if we don't listen when God gives us direction, we are being rebellious. We're being disobedient, because you can't be partially obedient. It's either you're doing it or you're not doing it. So, you know, we're going to obey or we're not going to obey. And I want to be obedient. So when God is telling me that I am not in control, I need to drop every bit of that attachment and stop trying to be in control. And it's so much easier said than done, only because of our desire to have that fleshly attachment, that fleshly control. It's carnal. But today, I'm telling you that I have been praying, that I am fasting, and I am not going to let the devil win. He is not getting ready to take the things that, God has already promised me and keep me from getting there. I know it's going to be a lot of work, but there's a lot of reward. So it's okay. We serve a big God. So we can ask bold prayers. We can pray bold prayers. We can, we got to stop minimizing what he's able to do. My brother-in-law said that to me yesterday. Take the limits off, because even without even thinking about it, there are so many times that we put limits on what God is going to do for us, even after, he could have performed a miracle yesterday. And then on today, we might be like, I don't really have this, or I don't have that. Why? God is going to provide. Everything that he has promised to me, I know I'm going to receive. I'm going to obey. I'm going to walk in the way that he's called me to walk, do what he's asking me to do, and then that's it. My reward is already in just being able to do what he's asking me to do, and then witness how people are changing, or how their prayers are being answered. That to me is so great in itself. Like, I want to see everybody winning. I want to see everybody doing well and succeeding and growing into their best selves and not being hindered or stuck to things that kill us. It's time for us to be great in every way. Understand, everybody is not going to be in agreement with you when you decide I'm done with this life and I'm going to start to live the way God has already informed me I'm capable of living. And I'm going to trust his word. I'm going to read my word, and I'm going to live the word. Okay. When you begin to do that, there are going to be people who are going to find something wrong. They're going to nitpick. They're going to say they don't like you anymore. They're going to say you're changing and you're being different. Okay, that's cool. Because that's the goal, to change. We don't want to stay the same. I can't afford to be doing what everybody else is doing. I must do what God has instructed me to do, period. So if that means that people fall off and they don't want to deal with you because they don't like the new you, they don't like how God is blessing you, whether that's spiritually, physically, emotionally, financially, they don't like it, that's okay. So go ahead and get ready for that and recognize that, God, you're going to allow me to shed some people, but you're also going to bless me with some people. See, so, whenever he removes somebody, there's somebody better getting ready to replace. And that's okay. So get comfortable in knowing that, and be grateful and be prepared, y'all. When you start to pray and ask God to help you and to develop you and to bless you, be prepared for the adversity. I know it might suck. I know you're not interested in having to deal with it, but if you don't go through it, you're not going to see any change. It's not going to improve for you. And that's what the goal is for our lives to improve. Granted, there is still suffering and there is still pain that goes along with the improvements, but God knows they're well worth it every time. Okay? That's it. I absolutely love you guys. I want you to do what you do best. This Sunday, we will be celebrating my 1-year anniversary at Oldies 1170 a.m. I about can't talk today. Darn. So the show is going to start at 5 o'clock. So I'll be live on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time instead of 6. Just this Sunday, y'all. The show is actually going to be an hour long, and I have some guests coming on. So I want y'all to be sure to tune in, or at least come back, and replay it when you get a chance. That's it. Y'all have a great week, great weekend. If you are not doing anything on Saturday, this coming Saturday, August 25th at 2 o'clock here, if you're local, come to City Hall. There's an event hosted by Cindy Moore. Myself and some other wonderful women of God are going to be speaking. So y'all come out. Check us out. That's it. All right, for real. I'm gone.